In a school that I attend, you will find students who share different behavior that are more common against delinquent youth, or you will find students who are just really quiet. Studies have shown that students who display those kinds of behavior doesn't get that kind of affection, hence seeking it for it elsewhere, where a few of them will share common behavior that I have observed. So a few behavior that I have observed while attending school is indecent language, students fighting with their teachers or friends, and how I think that someone in authority or a teacher can respond to this behavior is teachers play a critical role in students' life. They can help the students by creating a predictable environment, listening to the students and the reason for behaving that way, and to assure them that whatever happened is not their fault. Beating them is not an option.
A few common behavior that I have observed at my schools are gang fighting, relationships, using illegal substances, engaging in sexual acts. So when these students are found guilty engaging in these kinds of behavior, a strategy that I think a teacher can implement is having a child on detention to reflect his or her mistake. In that way, the child might not want to commit that act again because they know that they are being punished for what they did.
Some common behavior that I have observed during my time at school is students engaging in the use of illegal drugs, disobedience to teachers, fighting with peers, not completing homework. A strategy that I think a teacher or someone in authority can respond to this is by giving the students a 3-day suspension or a week.
Some common behavior that I have observed during my time at school is students viewing sexual content and engaging in sexual activities, using illegal substances, for example, drugs, alcohol, etc. Using indecent languages. I think someone in authority or a teacher can respond to this by sending the students to the welfare, because most students who go to the welfare, they end up being the best students, and in some cases students, when they hear about welfare, they get scared. So in that way the students will change their behavior.
My view on what a parent should do to maintain social control in the school. Most people would say that it's a teacher's job, but I think it's both a parent and a teacher need to work together hand in hand for better social control in the school. The parents should check on their child, ensure that they are loved, taken care of, they eat, they are on time in school, they are on time in school, they be present at school every day, obey the teacher. The parents can go in to check on their child and keep a relationship with the teacher so that they the parent can get update on their child's behaviors.
My view on what a parent should do to which to have social control is, as a parent, the child I think the child need to be disciplined. So when the child disobey the teacher can punish the students either by giving them detention, suspension, have the parents involved, depends on the behavior you involve the ministry or the welfare, and also have the parents active in their students' life.
The role of the family is of major importance because parents are responsible for rearing their children in such a way that they become decent and law abiding members of society. They need to adequately monitor their child and implement effective discipline to ensure their children stay on the right path. Children who do not have a safe and loving home environment may seek to have familial warmth in delinquent crowds, such as gang. Marital conflicts, absent parents, abuse, or having parents who struggle with mental health and addiction are all risk factors that can lead a child down a deviant path. The main factors influence deviant adolescent behavior includes family, school, peer groups, neighborhood, media. So let me give you a little in depth on these factors that I mentioned. The school environment is an integral in child development as they spend a large portion of their life in school. It is here they have so much of their self-perception and social literacy shaped. Children are influenced by the way the adult in their life act, including teachers. If the school environment is chaotic and unorganized with little regard to students, their behavior will be negatively impacted. Adolescents who believe that they are receiving high level of support in school and feel that they are connected to teachers are less likely to engage in risky sexual behaviors compared with peer reporting less school support or teachers connectedness. As the old proverb goes, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are, and birds of a feather flock together. Our next point is peer groups. Peer groups have a significant influence on whether a child behaves deviantly because the adolescent period is a time when children seek to form strong bonds through friendships and romantic relationships. Consequently, interaction with their peer groups will have an impact on their attitude and what they consider to be acceptable behaviors. My other point is the neighborhood. The neighborhood a child is reared in is also an impact on whether or not they go down a deviant path, as neighborhoods with high levels of crime and poverty also put them at risk to engage in activity deemed as unacceptable and corrupt. My other point is the media has a significant influence on what is acceptable in society. Certain messages are spread throughout social media, movies, television shows, and music, which may cause a child to internalize those messages and act out in order to mimic the behaviors and attitude promoted. The technological era has introduced cyber deviance. Children now engage in inappropriate behavior such as cyberbullying, cybersex, and scamming. They have many cases of children who committed suicide because of cyberbullying, therefore the influence. But how can we help to prevent deviant youth or help to prevent deviance in youth? So hear me out. It's a community effort. Social institutions such as family, school system, and government all need to work together. If a parent have a child or children involved in deviant activity, it is imperative that they take immediate action by taking their child for counseling and guidance. In the case where the child is dealing with various addiction or mental health disorder, they must be exposed to the relevant treatment option and offer support to reintegrate into society as a healthy and functional member. School. A school should have guidance counselor and ensure parents are consistently updated on their child behavior. In some cases, the government may need to become involved to handle especially dangerous situations. Deviant behavior is usually the consequence of trauma, poor upbringing, and other personal social experience. It can be prevented, and deviant youth can be rehabilitated and reintegrated into society. So, I thank you for listening to me.